Selling your house to an investor as is actually has some really big benefits. Now, if you've ever sold a house before and you thought you had a done deal, and then you get an email from the buyer's agent and you get this inspection report that's 30 to 40 pages long, and they give you this long list of repairs that they want you to make before they'll buy their house, then you know exactly what I'm talking about if that's happened to you. It's not fun at all. And that's what comes with the retail market, with listing your home on the MLS with a realtor, is that buyers are going to be really, really picky. So the benefits of selling your house as is number one, you don't have to make any more repairs to the property. So the day that you sign an agreement to sell your property, if you're selling it as is, you're done with the property. You don't have to go fix things. You don't have to do this and that. Worst you'll have to do is, if you live there, move your stuff out into your next home that you're going to live in. If you're selling it as is, you don't have to know all the ins and outs of the construction world. There's a lot to know, especially when it comes to houses. There are so many systems in houses, so many different specific things that need to be done a specific way when it comes to repairs. And selling as is, you don't need to know any of that stuff. Another huge advantage, you don't have to know contractors, because in this day and age, it can be really, really hard to find a good contractor that does good work, that you can trust, that doesn't charge a ton of money for their services. So selling as is, you don't have to mess with contractors. You can just get the house in its exact current condition, sell it, and the buyer will take on all of the burdens of everything that needs to be repaired around the property. Now, another reason you might want to sell your property as is if you don't live there, because things get exponentially harder when you're out of area when it comes to repairing a property and managing a contractor and making sure there's good quality work. And if you just don't want to mess with all that stuff because you live somewhere else, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to either. Selling your house as is can be a really good solution to just avoid all of that. Now, if you want your house to be the absolute nicest house on the block, you want to get top dollar for your property, then you're definitely going to have to, if not do some repairs, at least do some upgrades to your house. And to get that top dollar when you go to sell and to do those upgrades, it costs money. When you sell your house as is, you don't have to put out any money to get it to closing. So yes, while you may make more money on the sale, you got to ask, what is that actually costing you along the way in all the repairs? If you don't have a big chunk of money to invest into improving your property either, then fixing it up yourself might not be a viable option. So selling it as is, you can avoid all of that money that has to get put in there. You don't have to put any money into the property. That's why it's an as is sale. So a lot of times, the best place to find buyers that are willing to buy your property as is just by finding a real estate home buyer, a real estate investor. Typically, these aren't found through realtors. They just buy the properties directly, which is what we do here at Thunder Sun Homes. We deal directly with sellers and we buy the houses directly from them. We save them a bunch of fees on all the costs of realtors, fees and closings and all that stuff. And we just buy directly from sellers. We buy about 99% of our properties in as-is condition, meaning the people that we're buying them from don't need to do any repairs or do any maintenance on the property before we close on it.